What's up, guys? Today we are already in the middle of an install. We're doing some silvers, coilovers on our buddy Caesar's Lexus RCF, which is super awesome, obviously. But we're at a point in the install because we also have some front camber arms that we're going to be doing from RR Racing.
RR Racing, yep.
RR Racing camber arms. What do those look like? Billet, right? Billet aluminum.
Yeah.
Billet aluminum camber arms. They look pretty awesome. So let's come take a look.
You're wrapping really well.
I'll tell you what. They wrap them well.
Sheesh. I think it's surprising those weren't actually zip tied in.
Yeah.
Because they were on this side.
Oh. Well, no, the zip tie broke, it looks like.
Alright, I'm going to hand me that. There we go, pushing piece. Alright, cool. So, these are a set of RR Racing camber arms. These are really nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
They're really nice. So your
that looks like a weapon too.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you at this point. You know, I'm just going to.
Not with a weapon in your hands.
That's right. So, on these guys are your adjusters for your camber. You can see they loosen these nuts up, they'll twist these in or out to change what your camber settings are. However, these also have a really cool feature that once we get the stock arms out, we'll show you a better comparison. But they move this ball joint. I'm just going to take these out for now. Not flopping around. They move this ball joint location, effectively changing the caster. Now, if you don't know, caster is the inclination of your suspension, which means the angle it sits at kind of in here this way. The more positive caster you have, the more your wheel will want to center itself after you've made a turn. It'll be a little harder to steer, but it is better for track related things, basically.
Yeah, you can snap onto a straight faster.
Yeah, exactly. And negative caster, nobody does negative caster because it's real bad. Do you remember when we had the Miata and you remember how it needed an alignment real bad and that guy was just like, no, there's something really bad with the suspension?
Yeah.
It was just the caster was negative.
Right.
Because it's adjustable on factory Miatas. And when
Right.
the caster is negative, what happens is you'll make a left turn and the car will want to continue left or right or whatever. The wheel just kind of stays in whatever direction you pointed it in. It doesn't want to return back to center. But these do change the caster, make it a little more positive for better steering feel when you're driving, and adjust your camber. So we're going to go ahead and start uninstalling the factory A-arm, which is why we had to start this video basically. Move these right there. So take a look at that real quick. Okay, so if you want to come in here, you can see we have a little cotter pin right here. I brought a little pick over to help pull that out. We're going to pull that out, loosen this nut, not a ton, just enough to kind of be even with the top of this, and then we have to hit this until this will pop up. From there you have a bolt here and one on the other side, and once we have that out I can kind of show you that comparison in caster.
Okay, so we have the what is this,
This is the upper A-arm ball
upper
joint.
A-arm ball joint disconnected from the
Upright. Upright.
The upright?
This upright.
Okay, that's called an upright.
Yeah.
So what we needed to do in order to get this off after the cotter pin was removed was...
Well, a quick preface to that actually.
Yeah.
So the castle nut, which is right here. So the castle nuts on these are kind of weird. They have this extra channel because the factory cotter pin has this sort of like extra hook piece
loopy doopy
to try and, like, you know, hold this in place, which is fine. I don't really have a problem with this. But because of that, when you're trying to take this out, you need to kind of loosen this on the ball joint, right? And then you want to hit the side, and you really want to avoid hitting the bottom of this. You can tell I did hit the bottom of this a few times because we're replacing it. So it doesn't really matter if this gets really messed up. The only caveat to that is what we had to deal with.
Yes.
So go ahead and
so basically you'll find the ball joint spins if you try to get it off of this.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing was just grabbing a set of pliers,
Channel locks, and
applying pressure to the
rubber boot.
Yeah, the boot. I was gonna say bushing, but it's not a bushing.
Which grabbed
in order to keep this bolt in place, so that we could have some type of counter pressure, basically to
get this off. Because what ends up happening is these little castle-y pieces end up kind of squishing a little bit. Again, you're not really supposed to do it that way, but we're not using this stuff again. In fact, we have brand new castle nuts right here.
Yeah.
Brand new cotter pins, brand new flat washers that are going to replace all this. So if you're going to hit this from the bottom, be really careful because of that. If you need to reuse this, don't hit it from the bottom. Just keep hitting from the side until it eventually pops loose. If you don't have to care that much, still be careful, but just know that's how you can deal with it.
Yeah.
So that's the camber arm.
It's in.
So these bolts are at 36 foot-pounds. You can still see you have, good motion here. The initial adjustment, this was made to the correct length of the OEM arm, and then I twisted them in about 2 turns just for a little bit of negative at the moment. Once he goes and gets a proper alignment, they'll get adjusted to whatever spec he wants, but this will just give us, a hair of negative camber for the moment.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, so our new because we're doing a coilover install at the same time. Our new camber arm is locked in with the upright. The new coilover's in. So now we're in the process of just tightening everything down. We have the washer in place. So we're just gonna get it all in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
Yep.
I mean that's kind of it for the camber arm, right?
The only relative things to know, like I said, I think I may have talked about it before, I don't remember. 36 foot-pounds for these back bolts. I want to say this is 64. If it's not, we'll put a little thing up on the screen telling you what it actually is. That's really about it. And like I said, with this in its new location, you can see that this arm is more this way.
Yes.
For that positive caster increase.
You can see it. I'll hold it at like an upright angle so you can see it's definitely
more back.
Positive.
Yeah.
For sure. So, okay. Well, as far as the camber arm is concerned, that is going to do it for the camber arm install. We're going to do the other side as well. We're still in process of kind of doing everything on the suspension right now. Yep. So we're going to get to that, but let us know if you guys have any questions about the camber arm install. The quality of the camber arms feels fantastic.
They're very nice. Yeah.
RR Racing seems to be pretty awesome. This is the first time that I've dealt with a product of
I think
theirs.
it's mostly because they make stuff for things we don't know. That was just why.
We can't afford that stuff apparently.
Caesar, you're in a different tax bracket?
Yeah, you're in a different tax bracket, bro. But let us know what you guys thought of the video. If you have any questions or anything like that, or any suggestions, any RCF content you'd like to see, let us know in the comments down below. And if you like the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
And we appreciate you guys.